How do you get paid and pay people when you subcontract? When it comes to the federal government, often you may be awarded a prime contract. So I have a great example for you all. Let's take a look at this opportunity here. While toilets may not have been top of mind as you were scrolling through YouTube, but currently the federal government needs to lease portable toilets, as well as they need custodial servicing. Hey, why not? So let's say you've come across this opportunity. And if this platform looks new to you, I have a video on how to get registered in Unison. You will need a cage code. You will need some just basic business information to get logged in to be able to bid on opportunities just like this one right here. I actually have a coaching client who sells a variety of porta potties. Who would have thought? And this is one of her big areas. So let's say you came across this opportunity and you're like, oh my goodness, I could totally do this. This is something that I could bid on, and hey, why not? So what's key is to understand how are they going to base this award? How do you go about this, as well as how do you get paid and pay the vendor? Here in Unison, this particular opportunity is based on lowest price. So then your next step would be to obtain 3 to 5 price quotes from various companies who provide these porta potties, preferably those located in the same vicinity as the body of work. But you never know. Just as what I'm going to talk about in this video, there are those out there who offer porta potties, but because they have this amazing network, while they may be located in New Mexico, perhaps they're able to give you the service you need all across America. So never make assumptions. So for this opportunity, they need portable toilets equipped with hand wash sinks, quantity 3, and custodial servicing in accordance with the statement of work. Base year at the Georgia Port Authority, 3 locations, servicing 3 times each week. So for this type of opportunity, you have the potential to make money on the portables as well as on the people cleaning the portables. So this is a really great opportunity because you have 2 revenue streams coming in. When it comes to this, I know you're already wondering, well, how do I get paid and how do I pay these people? So I'm just gonna jump into it. You get paid by submitting your invoice to this particular agency, and I believe it's Customs and Border Patrol. Let me double check, you guys. So this particular agency is DHS, Border Enforcement Contracting Division. So more than likely, every month you would submit an invoice to their system and receive payment into the same bank account that you have listed on and in Sam.Gov. That payment will arrive electronically anywhere from maybe 15 to 30 days. Following some different strategies, there are ways to speed up payment, but on average, it's 30 to 60 days. The way to really speed it up is through client relations. Techniques such as informing your point of contact that you've submitted invoice, including them on an email, giving them an attachment of the invoice. Because at the end of the day, there's usually a human being involved at least one step in the payment process. So keep that in mind. So if there's a holiday or it's summer, chances are people may not be in the office. So it's great for you to be aware of this because you have to issue payment to the company providing this service. So let's say for this particular opportunity, you partner with Tammy's Toilets. For this contract, just work with my numbers, you are paid $100. You already informed Tammy that you are going to pay her $50. So then you're pocketing $50, you have a 50% profit, and now she's being paid $50. Well, Tammy, because she's really good with her numbers, maybe of that money, she's only paying out $5 in portables and maybe just $10 in labor, leaving her with $35. So for Tammy, hey, this is a great profit. Out of $50, she's keeping $35. Who wouldn't want to do something like that? The way it gets better. The people who are cleaning the actual portables, perhaps out of the $10 that they receive, they end up keeping 5 because they take the other 5 and sub that out to somebody else. It's no different than Amazon or the business model of take a sporting event. I recently saw Lizzo perform in Chicago, and I noticed many of the employees had different colored tops. I'm making an assumption, but bear with me. More than likely, some of the employees work for that arena. Some of the people are subcontracted, and probably some of the people are subcontracted. There's no end to the different layers of subcontracting that occurs. What's important about it is that the main subcontractor who you are working with, they understand out the gate how much they will be paid, when they will be paid, and that you have the proper paperwork set up in place. An NDA, they've completed a W-9, as well as any other documents that you want them to complete to do business with you. At the end of January, you are responsible for issuing 1099s to all of your subcontractors unless they are a corporation or they do not meet the threshold. I know 1 year the threshold was $600. So anyone who earned under $600, you didn't have to worry about sending them a 1099. But what it does is it sets you up for success, because then Tammy's Toilets, they know, hey, I'm gonna get my $50 the 10th of every month, and I will receive it electronically, or I'll receive it via a check, or maybe you've made some decision to send it through PayPal or ACH, who knows? But having that clarity is key, because at the end of the day, Tammy's Toilets providing the products and services to Border Enforcement Contracting Division, to Border Enforcement Contracting Division. And so then it's your job to ensure that everything is going accordingly, to project management. To project manage. This isn't something that you just take on, you hand off to Tammy, hey, I'm good, let me go do another one and do this some more. That is not the case whatsoever. Because what will end up happening is DHS will think, well, why am I going through you when I could just directly go through Tammy? And you never want that to happen whatsoever. And while this example, I'm using portable toilets, you can fill in IT, training, construction, trucking, any type of industry. This is super common across the board. Many of the billion-dollar companies that are out there do the same thing. They'll subcontract to a company who will subcontract to a company who will then subcontract and will then subcontract. Because at the end of the day, everyone's still making a piece of the pie. Whether you're making $50, $20, $10, even $1, you're still making something. And for somebody, $1 is still enough. So when it comes to teaming, it's really important that you have this all set up out the gate and focus on profitability. So again, my name is Dr. Kizzy Parks. Thank you so much for watching the channel. Like, subscribe. If you haven't already, please get a copy of my latest book, winnerswaybook.com, winnerswaybook.com. It outlines all the steps that you need to take in order to win federal government contracts faster than doing it on your own. And if you haven't already, again, like, subscribe, hit that notification button. And as always, everything is possible.